No questions from Marcos.
Caleb, what's the vibe to start fight week versus the Canelo fight week? How you're feeling, the vibe, everything?
Man, it's a great vibe. It was a great vibe that week though, and I've handled everything. All my media obligations well. It wasn't, I've headlined other cards before, and the Canelo fight wasn't much more than those, and obviously this isn't more than that. So I'm feeling good though. The energy's great, focused, locked in, and ready to roll.
The Benavidez camp, they were talking about you being with Breadman now, and they actually feel like you sitting down on your punches is going to benefit them more because you'll be standing there an extra second or two.
Yeah.
What do you say to that, Caleb?
I mean, I have no, I don't pay any attention to that. Again, I'm focused on what I need to do Saturday, and I just can't wait for the bell to ring.
Is it that important that you are sitting down more on? That'll get the respect in there from Benavidez, or?
Yeah, obviously Breadman's come in and brought some new things and reiterated a lot of things that my dad has been wanting for a long time, and I'm also settling into myself as well with all the experience that I've gained through all these big fights that I've been in, and just coming into my own. So, he's going to have to be on his P's and Q's.
Caleb, how does having Charlie, your daughter, around camp, just obviously at home when you're relaxing and all that, how does that change from camps before?
Well, JP, she's a great partner, she's a great wife, she's a great friend, and she makes it to where all I have to do is focus on boxing, especially in camp. And so, it's hasn't been too different than many other camps, but other than just having that extra added motivation of my daughter being in the gym with me some and seeing me train and watching me work hard, and it's important for me to set that example for her. And it's just I'm just highly motivated.
There's a video came out recently about you in a boxing gym that you were leaving.
Yeah.
I feel like that was a while back as well. What was your reaction to that, and just with the timing of it?
Yeah, no, I'm definitely glad that one of you guys asked that. A little ways before the Darrell fight, there was a situation where the owner of that gym, he was asking me to help pay his rent, and there was a situation where I not only have always paid my camp dues, but that I helped him out with rent before. And I hate even having to speak on helping people, but I feel like I've been put in a position where I got to tell my side, and so we let him know that we wouldn't be able to pay his $55,000 or $6,000 rent this time, and he was like, well, I'll sell you my Rolex for $5,000. I'm like, no, what you need to do is go pawn that for $2,500. My dad offered to chip in $500. I'll chip in $500, and maybe you can get some of these other coaches in here that you don't charge any rent. They don't pay you any rent off training people in here. Maybe they can pitch in $500, and before you know it, we'll have the $5,500. And that wasn't enough. He wanted me to pay the whole $5,500 for his rent, and I just told him that I couldn't do that because, it was 1 week until his rent was due. And if I pay that, is he gonna have next month's rent in time? And if he don't, then I'm gonna have to pay that, or I'm gonna lose my first $5,500. Or if I pay that one too, and then the third month rolls around, he don't got money, I'm gonna be out 10. And that's not a good business plan. And so, I just asked him, hey, you don't want me to train here? I'm not gonna argue with the man about training at his gym. Maybe I'll just get my fight banners and I'll be out of here. And then he wanted to act like he wasn't gonna give me my fight banners that I let him put on his wall. He's like, no, you can't have them back. And that's something I want to pass down to my kids. I worked really hard for those banners, and I wouldn't leave until I got my banners. So he gave them back, and but I've posted the screenshots of on Twitter where he thanked me for helping him pay his rent, and where I've paid him money before, and all these other things. So if anybody wants to go check that out on my Twitter, they can. And this will be the last time I'm speaking on it because I want to focus in on my fight. But I am glad that you asked that question, and it just. I didn't mind being part of the solution, but I can't keep being the whole solution to your money issues, because at some point, no amount of money is going to fix a bad business plan.
Caleb, now it's not about your food; it's about your family food. It's different because you could be dangerous because you're a family man and you need to fight for your family and your injury.
Yeah, I'm highly motivated for this fight, and this fight means a lot to me. This is one that's been brewing for quite some time. Our teams have agreed to disagree on who's better. But Saturday night we get to figure it out.
There's a lot of trash talk out there, but we can talk about something positive. This could be one of the best fights in this 2023. How can you define this fight? How's the feeling?
It's just great to be a part of another big event. Again, like I've said, this isn't my first time being a part of these big events and these big fights, and so I'm just excited to be back in front of all you guys and in front of the crowd and just get in there and do what I love.
Caleb,
no. Again, that happened before the Darrell fight. So that happened before the Darrell fight, and so that was, that's closing on 2 years. But the gym owner, Armin, sent that to Jose for Jose to post it for, trying to play mind games and ruffle my feathers. But even Darrell said, hey, I had that video before we fought. So Armin must have sent it to him too to try and get under my, ruffle me up. And Darrell tweeted that and said, but I didn't post it because it didn't have anything to do with me or my fight. That's probably one of the only things me and Darrell will ever agree on. But, it was nice to see him clarify that as well. So that's way old, and that's just Jose and another one of his lies. And, just trying to be foolish.
Caleb, how much, you mentioned you went through the big fight experience, the Canelo fight. How much is that an advantage that you've done it and this is the first time for him?
I think it's an advantage for sure. Experience plays a major role in these big fights, and the things that separate fighters at this level are the small things, and that's something that I have on my side.
Caleb, having Benavidez.com, having that domain name, did you think that was maybe the best part of the battle, kind of before the battle, you know what I mean? The jabs have been gone by?
I mean, I felt like it was a pretty good move. Again, I've been having that since about 2018, 2019, and we sold a lot of revenge tour merch that week in the pre-sale, and we sold a lot of merch. I'll just say that. So, but that's it for me, guys. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Watch, Caleb, fight week is upon us. This is a fight that's been 5 years in the making. Now that we are just 3 nights away, how much are you looking forward to this showdown?
Man, I'm super excited. I appreciate all the fans showing up today. This is a big fight. This is exactly what the fans want. This is exactly what boxing needs. So make sure you tune in this Saturday because it's going to be big.
This is your 3rd fight fighting here at the MGM Grand Garden Arena. How much are you thriving under these moments? Because you just seem so relaxed, calm, and composed.
Yeah, definitely. I've been here before. I've been in big fights before. I know what this is about. I know what it takes. And me and my team, we're fully prepared to get my hand raised in fashion on Saturday.
Your 2nd fight with Stephen Breadman Edwards. He works hand in hand with your father, Richie Plant. Also, your strength and conditioning coach, Larry Wade. Oh, what a dynamic team. But how has this 2nd camp with Breadman been for all of you?
It's been great. Breadman came in last camp. We took things up a level. You guys seen that in my performance. And then we took just a couple weeks off and got right back to work. So, we've been building on top of that. And it'll show in the fight.
Is it fair to say that we're seeing a meaner Caleb Plant? Because that knockout over Anthony Darrell, I felt like you had like knives on your boxing gloves, my friend.
Yeah, definitely. Getting back to some of my old ways that, my dad's been wanting me to box, and, Breadman being here, echoing that, and them echoing off each other. There's great chemistry, and, I don't take much off from the sport. So, I'm continuing to get better each fight, and I cannot wait till Saturday to let everybody see.
Is there extra motivation to handle business because of the fact that there is bad blood between you and David Benavidez?
Getting my hand raised, that's all the motivation I need.
I know that we talk about motivation, your daughter Charlie alongside your lovely wife Jordan Plant. How much does that mean to you to be able to have them around in the gym? I know that Charlie's been in the gym throughout training camp.
Man, it's super motivating for, Charlie and Jordan to be in there with me and just to show, my daughter firsthand what hard work looks like. And, just because you come up short or things don't go your way, if you love something, you got to keep chasing, you got to keep fighting for it, you got to keep working towards it.
Finally, Caleb, on Saturday night, what can the world expect as you get ready to square off against David Benavidez?
You can expect and the new.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Caleb Plant working on